think it's called the road.
Yeah, it's exactly what we do. It's hilarious.
So this is the image of Nicky Morgan there, and he's now going along, shaking the hands of his cabinet, which may seem sort of slightly bizarre.
This is exactly what we do. They literally copy everything we do. It's comical. I don't think they've got a single idea of their own.
I should begin by paying tribute to my predecessor, Theresa.
She did a great job, Theresa May. Wonderful job. Absolutely marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Jolly well done, everybody. Marvellous. You couldn't invent it, could you? She was useless.
And yes, we will continue with your work.
What?
Tackling.
He's going to continue with Theresa May's work. Well, that's it. It is a sellout.
And I say to Ruth Davidson as well, thank you, Ruth, for everything you did and have done.
Well done, Ruth. Remainer Ruth. Done a great job. It's clear that Boris Johnson is going to reheat her dreadful deal.
Let's get Brexit done. We can, we must, and we will, even though things have not been made easier by the...
Come what may. Come what Mrs. May. Cleared up the debt is just a complete lie. They've cut the deficit. The debt is just massive. Debt's 1.8 trillion. It's more like a conversation than a speech, isn't it?
We will allow the UK, whole and entire, to withdraw from the EU with control over our own trade policy from the start.
Control over our own trade policy from the start. How does that work? No one mentions the transition period, do they? It's just not true, is it? It's not true, is it? Because October the 1st, we won't be negotiating trade deals. We'll still be in the customs union.
The alternative is no deal. And that is not an outcome we want. It is not an outcome we seek at all. But let me tell you, my friends, it is an outcome for which we are ready.
That's just the biggest cheer of the morning.
Are we ready for it? Yes.
No. Are we ready? You couldn't invent this.
Let's get Brexit done by October.
You couldn't invent it.
And deliver on the priorities of
Christ. I should have lent him a pair of shoes, shouldn't I, as well?
And I'm thinking of the M60, the A66, the A... What are the other ones, Sad? You recited them yesterday. The A358, the A303, the Hugh, the Lincoln roundabout. We're
detail. He doesn't do detail, does he?
And that we are now accelerating the programme for gigabit broadband so fast. And
wow.
It's going to be...
Where did that idea come from? I can't think.
And we exported Nigel Farage briefly to America, though he seems to have come back. Across the world...
It's not a new one. It's not a new one, is it? I think Theresa May used that line. She did. Theresa May used that line. Green, green, green. Green. We're going green.
That is the vision for the country.
Brexit's going to get done. We're going to go green. And he keeps emphasising one nation, which is quite interesting. The immigration comment was a tick in a box. I think. He's better than she was. No, he's better than she was. I wouldn't have even listened to all of us. I'd have walked out.
Moderate, one nation, but...
One nation, one nation, one nation, one nation. Well, let's get Brexit done was the big message, obviously, although he didn't spend a huge amount of time talking about the EU. He talked about everything else. The big theme of it, apart from Brexit, was one nation Toryism. It's actually a speech David Cameron could have given. We're open, outward-looking, lovely people. We're going very green. Immigration got 5 seconds, I think. Maybe 7 seconds. So that was just ticking a box. Yeah, I mean, it was him, wasn't it? You know, he's not a platform orator. He's an after-dinner speaker. It's a different kind of thing. But yeah, it's a lot better than Mrs. May. He was optimistic without really saying why, I think is how I'm going to put that. He says that we're leaving on the 31st, but they'll become what may. I don't think we are. He would have been a lot more upbeat if he wasn't deep in the crisis that he is. That was not an upbeat Boris. That was not even a very jovial Boris. You know, all right, a joke about turbot was all right. But it wasn't, you know, he could be a lot funnier than that. He could be a lot funnier than that. But, you know, he's Prime Minister. It's different. He's got a big political crisis. I understand it. Just not particularly radical, not particularly exciting, not really, it wasn't really very Boris.